When you start the home buying process, you have a few options. Not everybody wants to buy a single family home. And the good news is that you don't have to. If you're looking to become a homeowner, you may want to consider a condo or an apartment in addition to the single family homes that you may be looking at. Each option comes with a different set of pros, cons, benefits, and processes. In today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the differences between condos, apartments, and houses, and which one may be right for you. Welcome back to the Fairway Mid-Atlantic YouTube channel. My name is Michaela, and we post new videos every Friday about the mortgage process, the housing market, real estate, and so much more. So before we start this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this from us. Now, let's jump into it. First off, what's the difference? Let's start with condos. Condos, or condominiums, are privately owned residences within larger buildings. Similar to the way that apartments work, owning a condo means that you have your own private space within a larger building community. You have access to the building amenities such as pools, gyms, recreation centers, etc., and you share that as a common space with the other residences in the building. Access to these amenities are typically covered by dues that are paid to the condo board. Apartments. Apartments are similar to condos. The only difference is that you cannot own an apartment. Apartments are simply renting. They are private residences within larger buildings with that same access to building amenities such as rooftops, pools, gyms, etc. But again, you can only rent an apartment. You don't have ownership over an apartment like you would a condo, which means that you may not directly buy, own, or sell that private residence that is within that apartment building. And lastly, houses. Now, this is the most common thing that people think about when starting the home buying process is a standalone single family home. It's a private property that you can buy, own, and sell, and this option is likely the most expensive out of the three, but it also gives you the most freedom and privacy of the three. Rent versus buying. Now, we've had this conversation before, and this decision is ultimately up to you and your specific situation. Nobody can really tell you which is right or wrong, but we're gonna explain some differences between the two. Now, in this case, we're talking about condos versus apartments. And in this case, it's really deciding whether you're ready to be a homeowner or not. This is because condos and apartments are definitely similar, the difference being that you would be a homeowner if you were to buy a condo, which means that you have different responsibilities as a homeowner than you would a renter. So some pros of buying. Buying a home means you are able to start building your equity. As you pay off your mortgage, you gain more and more equity in your home. Later down the line, you're able to use this equity to possibly put towards your next home, possibly put towards larger financial purchases like college tuition, debt, things of that nature. Home equity is also a very large contributor to net worth and overall lifetime wealth. A pro of renting. If you're not committed to staying in a place for longer than a few years, then renting might be the option for you. This gives you the flexibility to move where you want as you need or want to, whereas with owning, you are pretty much tied to that home for at least a few years. As most of these agreements are typically 12 months or even shorter, again, you have the option to move and change spaces, cities, what have you. Now, a con of buying, maintenance fees. Now, maintenance and keeping up with your home can start to add up really quickly, and as a homeowner, this is your sole responsibility. Now, in a condo, that may be a little different as things like lawn care and outside maintenance is not up to you. That is up to your condo board and paid in dues. However, changing things within your home like appliances, filters, other home repairs are totally on you and is something that you should budget for in your home buying plan. Renting con. Now, the thing to know about rent is that rent increases annually, every year. So because you don't own your space, you're essentially paying your landlord's mortgage and that money is not working for you. On average, rent increases by 2 to 5% annually, which means that the space that you're currently in may increase in price, but you're not getting anything more for it. Buying pro. Now, buying means that you have the freedom to do as you please. Freedom to upgrade, renovate, and make changes to your space as you see fit. This means small things like painting walls or adding permanent decorations, but it could also mean completely renovating your entire kitchen. And you're able to do that because you own the space that you live in. And this also gives you the opportunity to truly make your space your own without worrying about how to put it back together at the end of your lease, like you would as a renter. Now, a renting pro. Maintenance is not in your hands, right? When you're renting, your landlord should, and in most cases, covers most and all of the maintenance within your space. Now that we've talked about the difference between renting and buying, let's jump into the difference between condos and houses. So if you're ready to be a homeowner, you may be deciding between a condo or a house. In this case, there are a few things to consider in your choice, and we're gonna go over those right now. First thing is price. Condos are definitely more than likely on the more affordable side of buying a property. This means that it could be the perfect starter home if you are a first-time home buyer. Choosing a condo as a starter home is a great option because, again, it does still mean that you're owning and you're able to start building your equity, but it also isn't the big commitment of a huge single-family home that you might not be ready for. It also means that you're not necessarily responsible for every piece of home maintenance that comes up, such as lawn care and outside maintenance. Second thing is location. If you are looking to be in the heart of an urban area, in the middle of hustle and bustle, or close to your work, whatever it may be, condos, again, might be the choice for you because they are typically situated within these urban areas, giving you easy access to this kind of environment. If that's not the case and you're ready to settle down and kind of have a little bit more privacy, then a home or a house might be the perfect option for you, as it gives you a lot more privacy, a little bit of a slower pace, and possibly even more space. Third thing, freedom. So, because condos are private residences within larger buildings, that means you are going to be living in close quarters with other people. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily living in the same space, but it does mean that you may have to worry about loud noise above, below, or next to you. That also means that you should pay attention to the common spaces. Condos are overseen by a condo board and association, so that's another thing to keep in mind as there may be rules. With the house, you don't have to worry about anybody to answer to, barring any strict HOA policies or rules. Overall, a house is going to bring you the most freedom in that it is extremely private, the most private option you could find, and allows you to create the space that you want to live in and make it really your home. The biggest thing to understand is that you have options. If you're ready to take the plunge of becoming a homeowner, choosing what kind of home you want to own is a huge first step. For any questions about the home buying process, please head to our website at www.fairwaymidatlantic.com and contact one of our loan officers today. They will be able to talk about condos, the process of obtaining a condo, home mortgages, and so much more for your specific situation. Thank you again so much for tuning in today and watching this video. We really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below and tell us which one you would rather buy, a condo or a house. We want to know. So thank you so much again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit the thumbs up if you want to see more content like this, and we'll see you guys next week.